Yeah. Those people, they are always going to be with us. This is what causes, if you look at the world and all the worst and terrible things that are happening in the world today, they are caused by those people. Actually, the ones that think they're better than you are. You don't even deserve to live on the same planet as those people. You're nowhere near their competence and their intelligence and their righteousness. You're lucky to even reside on the same planet with us. Yeah, those people. The music industry. Well, it started out, okay, well, if you want to produce a record, first you're gonna pay the fucking DJ to play your music. Payola is what they called it. Then you're going to pay the music industry pretty much your whole fucking life if you want a record deal. That's after you pay the DJs to get popular. Then you get a record deal. They own your music. They own you. They own the sound of your voice. You can't even sing a song in a bar without their permission. And what they did was they would take an album. They quit even when artists started getting wise. They would take your favorite album that had 6 or 7 of your favorite songs on it. And then they would produce another album that had 1 or 2 new songs, and the rest were all the songs no one wanted to buy. And they would take 1 or 2 of the songs and put them on albums now and again, just to keep you buying it. And they controlled it to the limit. They limited the number of that were available. They limited everything about the artist and what they could do in their creativity. Finally, Led Zeppelin said, you know what? Fuck you. We don't need you. We don't need you. Oh, really? That was it. That was the end. Because someone stood up to them and said, you know, we don't need you. We're going to sell our records without you. All of a sudden, they were helpless. And then you had, like Napster, right? All these sites started showing up with free music, and the fucking industry went batshit crazy, and they went to Washington and bought every one of your representatives. They walked in with fucking money, and they bought the right to control music in the United States and world, really. Oh no, people can't share their music? That's outrageous. How the fuck are we going to buy giant goddamn boats if we let people share their fucking music? Oh, well, I suggest you just pay the artist up front what that fucking music is worth, and then that's it. That you don't continue to monetize that song in infinitum. That's it. And so now you have artists that are basically going from the internet to the consumer. And so what do? You drive the music industry to even more egregious fucking behavior, which is what you get with iTunes. Fucking horrifyingly bad. And I've talked about the albums. If I put that in my Windows Music, all of my artwork for every album shows up. When I put it in my iTunes library, I get 5 or 6 of the same album cover with different albums because they don't have those. They don't have a deal with those artists. And so I'm flipping through my collection and all I get is a fucking, and here's an Apple Music sign because we don't have a financial deal with those guys. So you don't get their art, even though it came on the CD you own. I own that fucking art. It's on the CD and it shows up when I put it in my Windows Music. But Apple, nope. So this is how you instill piracy. This is how you instill piracy in hackers. Because they're just like, well, fuck you. You guys are screwing everybody, so I'm going to get my piece of the pie too. And the music industry invented music piracy. They invented Napster through their behavior, driving customers out the door and elsewhere. Alienating artist, customer, everybody. Retailer, everyone got screwed by the music industry. And here we are again today with me going, you know what? Am I going to fuck Apple, subscribe, do my playlist, and then unsubscribe? Yes, that's what I'm going to do. That's not behavior that I approve of, but they're going to force me to do it. Screw you guys. I don't give a shit. See? If I could take advantage of you even more, I would. And morally, I shouldn't be thinking that way, but you've driven me to that point. Why do you think you got torrent sites? Because the industry, movie, music, you guys try to choke every fucking bit out of the system. And you perform nothing. Apple doesn't make music. Apple isn't an artist. And they sell me a fucking device to use my music and tell me I can't use my music without them. You can't even play music on a fucking iPad without iTunes on it, iMusic. Fucking tragic. Truly fucking tragic.